So the bottom line is that there are a lot of stakeholders in this industry, right? You've got your customers, you've got carriers, and you've got your employees. I mean, how do these different stakeholders guide and influence your digital transformation journey?
Oh, that's a great point. Internally, we've got our employees and we've got our shareholders, the CEO, the managers, executives. All of those are essential, and it has interest in the company and the profitability, the scalability. You know, as we grow, our valuation changes, right? Well, externally, we have our customers, we have our carriers, we have our suppliers. You know, as we're entering in more on the digital aspect of things, it's really changing our relationship with each person, internally and externally. It's making our job for our employees a lot easier, smoother, and that relationship with our customers, they're happier with us as we're increasing our DFM as we move forward. And the people that aren't, you know, look at the Transportation Topics Top 150. We used to be number 73 at $80 million. And today we're 105 at $73 million. So we're kind of in a consolidation pattern as we're moving. But the larger companies, the top 100, the top 150 are getting larger and larger and larger, which is making it harder to get in there. And there's certain things that we've automated, right? So we've automated so much as we've moved forward from our accounting practices, our back office. And the next thing is, how do we get more into that funnel? And as we get more into that funnel, how do we get that to be systematic, flowing through? And that relationship with those stakeholders, internally and externally, are essential as we grow.
No, a lot of great points there. And, you know, I would think, you know, from the customer side, you know, you hear it from every shipper, right? We want visibility, we want data, you know, and as much as you can automate that, you know, the better. And then obviously, you know, help us find the capacity we need when we need it at the cost that we need, right? So that's on the shipper side. And then, you know, the carriers are obviously a big part of that in terms of, you know, making it easy to work with them and being able to keep their trucks moving. And then from the employees, I mean, you talked about making their job easier. I mean, is there any kind of, you know, fear or resistance to say, hey, are we going to get replaced with technology? You know, you hear all this buzz from around AI and technology and machine learning and robots. You know, are we going to become, you know, displaced by, you know, computers? I mean, is there any fear or discussions that take place along that front?
For me, no, I don't see a fear on that. I just see as, you know, 5 years ago, from that 5-year point, we grew with over 1,000%. And out of that just came a lot of capital that we paid out, and our profitability was diminished. You know, in order to be profitable and do the things that we need to do, right, especially bootstrapped, you know, us going from in the last 24 years and doing an acquisition and now in acquisition mode again, it doesn't come naturally. You have to build up those proceeds and that capital to really do what you need to do. It's not sustainable if we continue as we go from 100 million to 250 million to 500 to a billion. It's not sustainable if we don't have that capital. And the only way to do that, as you do a regression analysis, you really need to say, we need to do this better, smarter. And the only way is to do it DFM. If we can do it DFM, and when we do it DFM, it allows that ease as we go out. And those people that are here, they're not going away. Our employees are safe. They're going to be managing by those exceptions. As our customers are putting more and more demands on us on either volume or like the one-offs, our people can really mitigate and manage those, helping our customers be happy and satisfied. And as they grow, we're growing with them.
Yeah, I love that point. And I think that, you know, what I often find is sometimes when there is some resistance to technology or fear of technology, and then they see the benefits. And then you say, you know what, yeah, if you were to run an experiment and say, you know what, we're gonna take the technology away. It was a mistake. They'll probably, you know, kill you, because they'll say, no, we don't want to go back to the old ways, right? Because they find that the work is much more, streamlined and automated, and that, yes, they're working on the things that are truly value add versus non-value add. And overall their, enjoyment of what they do, increases.